Alright, I'm kind of in the middle of unloading a trailer, so if you hear the noise in the background, it's because my truck's running and I'm unloading a trailer. But I wanted to take a second to show something that a lot of people have asked me about. Something I do quite often. It's kind of fun. What I've got here is a bunch of those bendy straws. You know, the flexible straws. Okay? And I'm going to take one of those, and I'm going to take a regular pair of scissors. You want to have a nice, sharp pair of scissors that can cut pretty small. Okay? And you'll notice where the flex is, you've got a short end and a long end, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the long end. From where the flex is, I'm going to press and pull it across to flatten it, just like you do when you do like ribbon at Christmas time. I'm going to press that across and flatten it. You can see where it's been flattened down a little bit, okay? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to kind of envision that being three different segments, okay? So, or three different areas, right? So you got a top, a bottom, and a middle. What I want you to do is I want you to cut on the line of what would be 1/3 of that, okay? Cut it all the way back to the point where it comes up with that little section. So now I've cut that off. So I've got 1/3, then I've got a 2/3 section, okay? Simple enough. Take the 2/3 section and open that up and split it right on the dividing line of where that fold is. So you're going to take the 2/3 area, or the 2/3 side of it, and cut it all the way back to where it meets up with that flex, okay? That's where we are so far. We got a 1/3 area up here, we got a 2/3 area that's been split in half. Now I want you to take it so the 2/3 area is on the bottom, okay? And I want you to take the side that's closest to you. I want you to take it and bend it underneath the whole thing, going around the other 2/3 side and the 1/3 that's on the top. Wrap it around and stick it down inside that little loop that you just made. And if you do it keeping the straw flat, when you press it down in there, it'll come out flat. See what I'm saying? Now I want you to do the same thing, wrap it the other side around, go underneath that 1/3 piece, stick it through that loop and pull it back on top of itself. And press it back. It'll kind of make a little bit of a triangle actually, and that little bit of a triangle will fit in on itself. Again, try to keep it flat. If you keep it flat, it'll come out a whole lot nicer in the end. I just undid mine so I can do it again. I didn't like how it was laying. Okay? Now I pull that back on top of itself there. Right? Kind of pinch it down. Now I'm going to go back to the first side again. I'm going to bend it straight up. Then I'm going to bend it back on itself. So I go here, bend it straight up, then I bend it down on itself, and then go parallel with that 1/3 piece. So you're actually going to put a 45-degree bend in that. On that 45-degree bend, wrap it around and down through like you did the very first time. Hopefully that makes sense. Do the same exact thing with the other side. Straight up, bend it across on itself, and then wrap it around the thin piece that's sticking forward. Pull it all snug and push it back on itself. Okay? Do that same exact thing one more time. Straight up, down and forward. Wrap it around and down through that loop that you just made. Pull it snug. Do the same thing with the other side. Straight up and forward. And wrap it around itself again. So you've done that 3 times, okay? And pull it back all 3 times. Nice and tight. See if I can get that to focus in on what it's doing, okay? Now I'm going to take it one more time. I'm going to bend it straight up, both sides, and then bend it straight down, both sides. Even with the top of the straw. So you're going to put a little bend in it that'll look like that, okay? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take that 1/3 piece. I'm going to cut a little bit of an angle off of it right here. Just like this. Open it up a little bit to make it easier. So now I've got it opened up, see? And now I'm going to cut it right down the center of that parting line also, cutting it in half, all the way back to there, okay? Now I'm going to use the edge of the scissors, and I'm going to pull that across it just like you do when you're making ribbon of Christmas. Give a little bit of a curl onto that straw. Okay? You curl this one just a little bit more. Right? Now the tail, the short piece back here, I'm going to smash it flat, just like I did the first time. Now starting up here in the very front, right up against where the flex starts, I want to cut up just about 1/3 of the way. See that distance? And now I'm going to cut, staying inside the straw. I want to cut a shape off just about like that. Okay? Once I do that, I'm going to come back here to the very end and I'm going to cut a little triangle off right there. Right? Just see where I cut that off. Now I'm going to open that up. Curl it back on itself. Make that shape. Now if I want to, I can take these pieces here and I can cut them into a couple of equal segments. Cut this one into like 3 pieces. Cut the other one into like 3 pieces. Keep that little bit of a bend in there. There you go. It's how to make a little shrimp out of a drinking straw. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you later.